Hello, third graders. Today we are going to be practicing our greater than and less than numbers using Pacman. So, if any of you don't know who Pacman is, I have a video up here, but it wasn't quite working. Pacman is this little yellow guy whose mouth is kind of shaped like the greater than or less than sign. So today, while we're at home, we are going to be practicing, since the greater than and less than sign looks similar to his mouth, pretending like we're Pac-Man. So these are the standards in teacher terms, but basically for you guys, all you need to know that today's goal is to compare fractions, whether we understand if they're greater than, less than, equal to, or if they have the same numerator and denominator, how we tell which one they are. So to start, when the fraction is greater than, we're going to open our arms towards that fraction. If it's less than, we're going to open our arms away from that fraction. And if it's equal to, we're just going to put our arms out like this. So you guys can walk in place since we're at home. But again, when I put the slide up that's greater than, we're going to go like this, less than like this, and equal to like this. Okay, so we're going to do a few practice rounds together. So the first fraction we see, we have 1/2 and we have 3/6. But if you think about it, 3 is half of 6. So I think these are equal fractions, even though they have a different denominator. 3 is 1/2 of 6, 1 is 1/2 of 2. So we're just going to keep our arms like this to show that these are equal fractions. Now we're going to go down to this one. We have 2/8 and we have 3/4. So let's think. 3 is most of 4, but 2 is not most of 8. Actually, 2 goes into 8 4 times. So 1/4 compared to 3/4, 1/4 is less than. So we're going to have our Pac-Man arms towards 3/4 because this 2/8 is less than. Well, I guess it's switched, so like this. So we're showing that 3/4 is bigger and 2/8 is less than. We're going to open our arms that way. Now, for this one, we have 3/2 and 1/6. So 2 goes into 3 one time and it's on the bottom, which means that 3/2 makes a whole number. So that is going to be greater than. We're going to have the Pac-Man mouth opening towards the 3/2 because the 1/6 is less than. So we always want our Pac-Man mouth eating the bigger fraction. So while you guys are at home, we're going to have a huge list of fractions for you guys to practice doing this on. And after we master that, we're going to add a twist to make it a little bit more active. So if the fraction is greater than, not only are we going to open our Pac-Man arms towards that side, but we're also going to jump up. Hopefully you guys can see my whole body. At home, we're going to open our Pac-Man arms and jump up. If it's less than, while we open our arms, we're going to squat down and get smaller. So remember, when it's less than, our back is towards the smaller fraction and our Pac-Man mouth is still chomping down on those bigger numbers. If it's equal to, we're going to still put our arms up, but this time we're going to spin around. So let's go to the first practice. So we have 2/8 and 3/8. We see that they have the same denominator, so this one might be easier for some of us to picture. So 2 is obviously less than 3, which means 2/8. We're going to have our back to the tiny fraction and our arms, our Pac-Man mouth towards the big one. So since 2/8 is less than 3/8, not only are we going to open our arms, but we're going to squat down. 2/8 is less than 3/8. Now, for 2/2 compared to 1/2, they have the same denominator again, and we know that 2 is greater than 1. So our Pac-Man mouth It's going to go towards the big number, and since it's greater than, we're going to jump up. Lastly, we have 3/6 and 4/8. Now, the denominator is different on this one, but we can see 3 is half of 6 and 4 is half of 8. So both of these fractions are the same as 1/2, and they are equal to each other. So we're going to keep our arms out, and we're going to spin around to show that they are equal to each other. Now, you guys are going to look at your worksheets, and at home, you're going to do these movements in whatever way you like. You can start off with the less active ones where we just move our arms, and then as you get more comfortable, let's incorporate those active movements. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great day.